You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. In today's video, we're going to take questions from subscribers, a little Q&A like we love to do on this channel. But if you didn't get your question featured on today's show, it's your own fault because it means you are not subscribed. So change that. Go down right now, hit that big red sub button, sub for Giants Dubs, and get free videos every day on Big Blue. As KT is coming in with the first super chat, it was a super chat, first question. KT, we appreciate you, my man. Says, how does Bryce Ford-Wheaton look at training camp? He's looked good, but at the end of the day, he is at the bottom of that depth chart right now for the Giants, being a UDFA out of West Virginia. He made a really nice catch in practice number 1, tracing the backside of the end zone, going up and just snatching it out of the air. Showed that athletic ability that we saw on display at the NFL Combine that had him ranked as one of the most explosive and athletic receivers in Combine history. He's also lost a couple of one-on-ones. I know Trey Hawkins locked him down in a one-on-one situation. So ups and downs for Bryce Ford-Wheaton. If he is going to make this roster, though, it's going to be because what he does in preseason. He goes out, has a Victor Cruz game like he did against the Jets a couple of years ago. Shoot, it's not a couple of years ago at this point, 10 years ago at this point. That's going to be the best chance for Bryce Ford-Wheaton to make the roster. As Messi DTB says, what do you think the top wide receivers will be for the Giants? So I actually did a roster projection earlier on the live video, and we'll pop those up. I believe the Giants are going to keep 6 receivers. It could be 7, but for this exercise, I had them keeping 6 receivers, and these are the guys that I had. I had Darius Slayton, Isaiah Hodgins, Paris Campbell, Jalin Hyatt, Sterling Shepard, and Cole Beasley as the top 6 guys. You might say to yourself, how does Cole Beasley make this roster? Well, he's a veteran wide receiver. He's really good working out of the slot. And with injuries to Wan'Dale Robinson, who I think is going to start the season on the PUP, and as we know, Sterling Shepard not being one of the most injury, or I guess you could say available players. He is injury prone. I was going to say non-injury prone, but he is injury prone. My point is the Giants like him a lot. That goes back to his Buffalo days with Cole Beasley and Brian Dable. Also goes back to last offseason when we told you on the channel that the Giants wanted to sign Cole Beasley last year, but they didn't have the cap space to get it done. So I believe these will be the 6 wide receivers the Giants keep. But if Wan'Dale Robinson's not on the PUP, I can see them keeping 7, and these are the 7 guys. Bobby Bands says, what's a good year for Daniel Jones? Appreciate the super chat, Bobby. For me, and I'm sure you're looking for some stat projection for me, Bobby, but at the end of the day, the only stat that I care about for a quarterback is wins and losses and playoff wins. So for me, a successful season for Daniel Jones would be to get this football team back in the playoffs. Sure, I'd like for him to throw more than 15 touchdowns. Sure, I would like for him to get close to that 4,500, 5,000 passing yards. But at the end of the day, if Daniel Jones can lead the Giants back into the playoffs, that will be a successful year for me because you don't win a lot of games at quarterback unless you're doing pretty damn good. And I think Daniel Jones will do that this year. Andy Feltherbush, coming in with a $5 super chat, says, can you show the schedule and what games you see us winning versus losing? I see the Giants winning 12 games. All right, let's go through the schedule. Week 1, Sunday Night Football. Seeps, you need to count these wins for me. Just count the wins. Week 1, Sunday Night Football, I got the Giants beating the Dallas Cowboys, week 1. I also have the Giants beating the Arizona Cardinals, week 2. Week 3, though, in San Francisco, I had the Giants losing. Week 4, against the Seattle Seahawks. In New York, let's go. I'm going with a win. F it. Let's go. 3-1 to start the year. I then have the Giants losing to the Miami Dolphins. Get you to 3-2. I then have you losing to the Buffalo Bills. Get you to 3-3. I have you beating the Washington Commanders. Get you to 4 wins. I have you beating the Jets to get you to 5 wins. I have you beating the Raiders to get to 6 wins. I then have you losing to Dallas in Dallas. I have you beating the Commanders to get to 7 wins. I got you beating the Patriots to get to 8 wins. Then you got the Packers, which is a dub, get you to 9 wins. Saints suck. Let's get to 10 wins. Then I got you losing to the Eagles. I got you beating the Rams, F it, 11 wins, and then losing to the Eagles. So 11-6. That's my projection for the New York Giants. Maybe a little biased. Maybe I'm being a fan. But I do believe anywhere from 9 to 10 to 11 wins is what the Giants are going to do this year. But Vegas has the Giants at 7.5 wins. So I want to ask you, 7.5 wins, over or under? Type O for over, type U for under. Place your bets right now with Marshy Vegas. Was that too biased? Maybe one of those will slip up. Games will happen, but you never know. You never know. D Pitch 32 coming in says, how many INTs do the Giants get this year? So last year the Giants were tied for worst with the Las Vegas Raiders at 6 interceptions. Let's double that. Let's get to 12 interceptions, 13. Let's become a turnover-creating defense. That's what I want to see out of this team. Let's get this 12 interceptions. Let's double up from last year. Corey coming in with a $10 super chat. We appreciate you, my man. Says, seeing Jalin Hyatt have a monster game against Dallas in week 1 would be special. Oh, would it? Especially after the Cowgirls, we call them Clown Boys, wide receiver coach made those one-trick pony comments. It seemed likely he will get PT. I don't expect Jalin Hyatt to be a starter week 1. I don't expect him to play 50% of the snaps. But can you get Jalin Hyatt 33% of the offensive snaps and you throw him 2 go balls and he catches one of them, takes the top off of the defense? I think that would be pretty freaking cool. All it takes is 1 rep and 1 catch from Jalin Hyatt to change a football game. He's not one of these guys like a Victor Cruz or a Plaxico Burress, which are Giants legends, no slap to them, that needed 10, 11, 12 catches to have their fingerprints all over a game. 1 or 2 catches, 1 or 2 big plays from Hyatt, and he could change the outcome of a game, no doubt about it. Havgard, I believe is how you say it, comes in with a super chat. We appreciate you. Not sure what currency that is, DKK. If someone wants to let me know in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Says, what percentage do you think will make it to the Super Bowl? 1 to 100? Oh, man. 15? Is that too low? Is that too high? 15% chance? I think about it like this. There's 32 teams in the NFL, so you times that by 3. That's about 100. Everybody gets a 3% chance. I don't know if this math is checking out for you, but math is checking out for me, so it's a 3% chance. I believe the Giants are a top 12 team in the NFL, so I'm going to times that by 5 for some reason. 15% chance. That's what I'm going with. 15% chance. Love the question, though. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, though. We like to have a lot of fun. We like to do these mailbags, interact with you guys. We also put out Giants videos every single day on the latest Giants news and rumors. We go live for every single game day. We'll be live for preseason week 1 on Friday night. So hit that sub button and sub for Giant Stubs. Ryan Liskowitz coming in with a $5 super chat. If you had to pick up one more free agent, who would it be? Let's go with Miles Jack or Justin Houston. I'm going Justin Houston. Justin Houston. I'd love to say Yannick Ngakoue. Giants don't have the money for Yannick. I'm going to go Justin Houston. Giants need another edge. They need another veteran edge. They need someone that's proven in the National Football League that they can get to the quarterback on passing situations. I know he's a little long in the tooth, and Father Time is tugging on the back of Justin Houston's jersey, but I still think he has some gas left in the tank, and I think he'd be a supplemental pass rusher to replace Thibodeau and Ojulari when they need a blow. Lumbagus coming in with a $2 super chat says, looking forward to seeing the rookies in the preseason. Yeah, I can't wait for preseason week 1. It's next Friday. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I was telling producer Seeps, preseason football is a lot more fun when you have a lot of young guys with talent at skill positions. I can't wait to watch Deonte Banks and Trey Hawkins and Jalin Hyatt and Eric Gray and some of these guys that we've been talking about for months on this channel play Friday night preseason week 1. I can't wait for that. We're also going to be live on the channel, so subscribe and turn notifications on. Last one coming up in this mailbag, my man Mike G. MG. Best initials in the game. What's going on, Brody? Almost broke this shot glass. That would have been brutal. MG, what up? MG. Happy Giants Monday, my guy. A lot of sack talks for the edge guys, but what are we thinking totals for Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence? So Leonard Williams last year had 2.5 sacks. Can I get 6 sacks this year from Leonard Williams? I'm not even asking for all that much. Let's get to 6. And Dexter Lawrence, I don't know if he'll be able to top the 7.5 he had last year. Let's go for 6 for him. Can we get 12 sacks this year between Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence? That would be my goal. Combined between the two big fellas, the big cat and sexy Dexy, give me 12 sacks combined between those two guys. As always, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for hanging out with us here on New York Giants Now. I love doing these mailbags where I just get to answer questions from you guys. So hit that sub button so your question can be on the next video.